Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Yanindra Divya. I am from 9.7. My attendance list is 35. And today I want to tell you about the Pancasila as the basic state of Indonesian country. Pancasila is only in the form of basic values that exist in the five precepts. Then the understanding of the Indonesian people towards it will be very ambiguous. This is what makes instrumental values needed. Instrumental values are understanding materials that become explanations or guides for people to carry out what has been managed by Pancasila. The basic value of Pancasila is the essence, meaning, or essence that is already contained in Pancasila itself. The basic values are only general because only something that is considered as an evident truth has been created upon by everyone within the scope of that understanding. Practical values, instrumental values and basic values of Pancasila. As the basics of Indonesia as a nation, Pancasila has the power to regulate the administration of the state apparatus under the preamble to the 1914 Constitution. In addition, it functions as an ideology with important values in it. These values which must be practiced by the Indonesian people in the life of the country even though these values have different levels. Separately, Pancasila is an ideology that represents the Indonesian nation and is the basis of state administration. As a basic ideology, it is included in an open ideology so that the Indonesian people always apply the values contained in Pancasila as the time develops. Pancasila consists of five principles, each of which is symbolized by a certain symbol with a special meaning. In essence, here are the basic principles that are used as a guide for the nation and state and have certain values. Here are the five Pancasila principles mentioned. First, belief in the one and only God. Second, just civility, humanity. Third, unity of Indonesia. Fourth, democracy, led by the wisdom of the representative of the people, social justice for all Indonesian people. Basic value. It is a value that does not change from the time to time or is fixed. This value is contained in the preamble of the 1945 Constitution. Then, it is divided into several, such as instrumental values and practical values. Instrumental value. The instrumental value of Pancasila is a value that can be measured and can be changed. It is the elaboration of the basic values in the form of 1945 Constitution and the author of the state laws according to the law no. 10 of 204 to be a brief definition of what instrumental value is. If the basic values are the essence of what has been mandated by the value system, then the instrumental values are the parameters, guidelines, and corridors that enable the Indonesian people to realize these basic values. When an instrumental value is associated with human behavior, it will produce moral value or norms. However, if the instrumental value is associated with the running of the state, then what is the process is a law on outline of the state, directions to other strategies that are based on the basic values of Pancasila. Examples of instrumental values are instruments that describe the parameters and ways to achieve what is mandated by Pancasila. Practical value. It is a further elaboration of the basic values and instrumental values of Pancasila carried out in the people's daily lives. However, because of the elaboration of basic values and instrumental values, the nature of practical values in their form should not deviate. Like the obligation of the third principle of Pancasila, the community must uphold the unity and integrity of Indonesia. The practical value of Pancasila can always change along with the times and the development of the instrumental values on which it is based. However, this change will never affect the fact the practical values are a manifestation of the attitude of the basic values contained in Pancasila. The examples of instrumental values and basic values. Examples of the basic values of Pancasila are the core of the five precepts in Pancasila. Among them, such as divinity, humanity, unity, deliberation, and justice. It is hoped that these five precepts can be used as norms and base of law for the Indonesian nation and state. Instrumental value. Human rights and obligation in the instrumental value of Pancasila are stated in 1945 Constitution Articles 20A to 28J. Regulate personal rights, cultural rights, judicial rights, economic rights, civil and political rights, and legal rights. Constitutional provisions are made a manifestation of what is meant by the instrumental value of Pancasila. Practical value. Having to respect all religions even though they are different from beliefs, according to the sound of the first precept in an example of practical value. Other examples such as treating people fairly without favoritism, cheating, or even harm, in accordance with the second precept of Pancasila and many more examples. There was a brief about practical values, instrumental values, and basic values of Pancasila along with their understanding and examples. There are many things and ways that can be done to implement the values mentioned above. One of them is studying science and technology as a human right. So this is my explanation about the Pancasila as the basic test of Indonesia. Thank you for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.